You don't owe these people anymore. You've given them everything.
Not everything. Not yet.
The Dark Knight Rises is one of the most anticipated movies of the summer, and I'm joined by one of the film stars, actor Matthew Modine. Matthew, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
So your role hasn't been talked about too much. What can you tell us about it?
I can't really tell you that much about my role because I had to agree not to talk about it. But what I can say about this film is that it is going to be an extraordinary experience. That the reason I believe that people love Batman is because he's a man. He's not a superhero. He doesn't have magical powers. He's a boy who witnessed the death of his parents, and he goes home to his family, because his family's very wealthy, to a big, scary house, and discovers one day that by putting on a mask, he can hide his fear. And because he's wealthy, he has the ability to make these incredible toys, these incredible weapons to be able to fight crime. And the story becomes interesting and dark and complex because when does somebody who's fighting crime, who's trying to do good, cross the line and actually become a vigilante, become somebody who's doing bad?
Why has your role been kept under wraps so much?
In order to maintain excitement and mystery about the film until the film actually comes out, you don't want to talk about it because it takes away the excitement of what the film's going to actually be about. My not talking about the role that I'm playing actually makes it sound more intriguing and more powerful than it might actually be. I mean, I'm just really happy that Christopher Nolan invited me to be on the boat. You know, I mean, it's such a tremendous cast. You know, from Christian Bale, Thomas Hardy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the beautiful Anne Hathaway, you know, who's just extraordinary. My friend Gary Oldman. It's just always exciting when an actor gets an opportunity to work with other actors that they really admire, and that's the case with The Dark Knight Rises.
And directors, Christopher Nolan. What was it like working with him?
There's a lot of people who compare Stanley Kubrick to Christopher Nolan, which I think is interesting and fair. But I do feel that they're two people who come from filmmaking at different angles. You know, Christopher Nolan is post-Vietnam, and Stanley Kubrick is post-Second World War. And Stanley's cynicism, his worldview, is shaped by the world that he grew up in, and as Christopher Nolan's is. And the sort of non-linear way that Christopher Nolan looks at filmmaking is, I think, reflective of the way that the world functions today.
Well, thank you so much for coming by today. It's been really great talking with you.
Thank you.
You can catch Matthew Modine in The Dark Knight Rises, which opens July 20th. For this and all things entertainment, stay with CBSNews.com.